Mr. Ryan Willits on the show.
Oh, says you. Amar. That's real though.
Full name me from the wow.
Everyone knows your surname too.
No, that's not a good thing to know.
Huh?
I don't like fraud.
No.
Okay.
Bad start.
This is real weird though, because now I'm actually just looking at you. Because
Where?
normally I'm just looking there.
Okay.
And I don't pay attention to you.
I'm still looking.
But like I'm now it's like fully like it's like we're on a date. Where's my flowers, bitch?
Yeah.
I'm joking. Okay, Ryan, let's go.
Go. Right. Backgrounds.
No, so we've done background. This
No,
is more of
backgrounds.
a impromptu podcast conversation with my best mate, and we're gonna start it and just see where it goes because we completely forgot to arrange a guest.
Well, no, we tried.
Kind of ish. We just wanted Dunks.
Donks was the next on the hit list.
Dunks is definitely gonna be the next.
And he binned us.
He's busy. He's in prep.
Yeah,
Okay.
there is that.
You in the gym. How did it happen?
How did it happen? Villa got relegated. So I was at Villa for like 10 years.
Yeah.
And so I've always been in football, gyms, training, fitness. And then Villa got relegated.
Yeah.
Not all my fault.
Yeah.
It wasn't all my fault.
Is this when Mika Richards was having a go at all the fans?
Around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they got relegated, and then what the Villa was offering people was either redundancy or voluntary redundancy. So they were either going to make you redundant, or they could give you a nice little package and you can go on your little way.
Yeah.
I chose the nice little package.
I actually didn't know this.
Did you not know this?
No, I didn't. I knew about the redundancy. I didn't know.
I was shitting myself.
Yeah.
I don't know if we just bought the house or what. I'm not really sure, but it was a bad time.
Yeah.
And like, when you think of like Villa being how big Villa are, I was like right down the list. No, you think of all the players and all their wage and everything else, and then you think of someone like myself and my wage. They were cutting everyone at the bottom first, not the big wage, save money and stuff like that. Everyone from the bottom first.
So when they want to keep the stars,
pretty much, yeah. They had no real control of the company, the team, the players. So it was all like the lower that got cut first. So when they offered the voluntary, and it was a nice package, I was like, okay, this wasn't never going to be a job for life anyway. Like I kind of like, it served its purpose.
Yeah.
And it was brilliant. Loved my time there. But yeah, it come to a point where it was like, okay, need to try and do something else then. So come away from Villa, took the package, and then started working in the gyms. So in the family, there was a couple of gyms. So obviously the Capital that you know of. So I started there, and I loved the Capital. Got a real addiction for training, real addiction for the members, the vibes.
Yeah, that's how it comes. Yeah.
And then they bought another gym, which was the Apollo.
Yeah.
So then I came from the Capital to the Apollo, and it was a completely different atmosphere, completely different beast. And it was kind of like, oh, I don't know. I'm used to something. You know, you get used to it, and then you go to another atmosphere, and it's kind of like, it was quite, I don't know, the environment was a lot different. But then the more you spend in that environment, the more you think, actually, yo, this is actually pretty sick. Yeah. And the people are, when you get to know them, incredible. So then spent a bit of time like working behind the counter, all that sort of stuff. And then sort of the opportunity came then to buy into the gym, where I could become a 50% partner to Clint. And so we did that. And then I was with Clint for probably 2 years, I think, learning the ropes. I learned so much from that guy. Business-wise, the guy's like...
Clint?
Oh, my days.
Yeah, of course.
And then like gym rep as well.
Yeah.
Madness.
Yeah.
Like in the West Midlands, like Clint was the guy.
Yeah.
Everyone knew Clint. So learned loads from him. And I think he got to a point where like he had sort of taught me all he could teach me, sort of thing. And then there was talks of buying Clint out as well. So, you know, we did that as well. So we bought Clint out, and then it was just mine.
Yeah.
And I naively thought it was going to be easy.
Oh, God,
I swear to God, I thought it was going to be easy.
I genuinely remember these conversations we was having.
Like the stresses and stuff, I thought, I could cope with it.
Yeah.
I had people around me enough to cope with it.
Business is different, isn't it?
Right. I think I was on my own for about 4 years.
Yeah.
And like every stress.
That's rude.
What was?
On your
No,
own.
you know what I mean. As in like, nah. But I know we were there.
Yeah.
But like, it was still my responsibility.
Massive.
Everyone was my responsibility. All the problems, all the stresses, all the bills, all this. Yeah, there was great like rewards because you kind of had like flexibility in terms of certain things, but it was so stressful.
That's actually real funny. So like, I don't think that many people here know about you in Villa.
Okay.
For one.
Right.
I don't think. To be fair, when I say to people use a footballer,
I don't speak about it.
and bro, I know. Like, I still find out that I've known me and you pretty much live together.
Yeah.
And I still find out things about you to this day, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's this is genuine truth as well. Like, I'm like, fuck, like Ryan, like that's big, and you just brushing that. That's minor. Like the FIFA thing.
Yeah.
You think I'm taking the piss with that, but how many people have been on FIFA, or how many people have hit the crossbar? There is Ryan.
Okay, yeah, it's different.
Or how many people have hit the crossbar on soccer AM or whatever it's called, and like even just like your network of people that you have access to is mad.
Yeah.
But then like when you see you've got that side, and then you've got your what everyone knows and which is truthfully used is like general day-to-day Ryan Willits who, okay, cool, you know, I might slap you 1 second just for jokes, or I might give you Tabasco when you drink the next.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny when people see that, and then you try and explain to them now, like, this guy is not just a gym owner.
Oh no. See, all that kind of like playfulness that came from Villa.
Of course it did.
Me, there was a little crew of us. We had like this.
What do you call it? The cave.
The cave.
Yeah.
The cave of trust.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
So anything that was spoken about in the cave.
Don't
No. Names are not names. But anything that was spoken about, anything that was done in the cave, it was all safe.
Yeah.
Like
Safe
that
place.
was our thing. Yeah, that was our circle. And we just played about for like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like every day there was something. Like what we do now, like what me and you do, there's always something.
Yeah.
Any opportunities, whether you've got a chance to mess around or like be mischievous, like we're on it. So I had good experience from that, and I kind of brought that mentality, that like playfulness into the gym.
Yeah.
You know, not to like piss people off or anything like that, but to have that jest. That,
you piss a lot of people off as well, though.
Kind of, yeah. But it's meant in good spirit.
Of course it is.
So that's all I did at Villa, sort of thing. I just lived day to day, just messing around. Still got your job and you got your responsibilities and stuff like that, but kind of took that into here.
But that's why this place is so different.
Yeah.
It is why this place is so different. Like people genuinely think that it's like a piss take of a place. Like when we say stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I've always said it to you from the off, and it was like my biggest thing about not wanting to come into the gym with you, because I was like, if I come in, I've got to put my footprint on it. I've got to grab it by the neck and do whatever. And then I was always like, nah, Ryan, I'll always see this as your gym, because me and you are super tight. Like
closest.
We don't keep anything from each other for one, but there's literally like we live together.
Yep.
So you know we have that kind of connection, and then I know that that's where I kind of will always overstep the mark and say, nah, this is that's the standard. It ain't gonna go below that standard.
Yep.
But yeah,
that's what people don't see though. The beauty of that is that it comes from both sides.
100%.
And no one will see that. Everyone would just see it as like
messing around.
Yeah, they've got the best life in the whole world. Like they just spend all day just doing whatever they want.
Essentially pissing
They
about.
don't see the behind the counter conversations. They don't see the hardship. The conversations.
Bro, the pain in every single brick.
100%.
Like that's a big thing that we did that.
Do you remember?
Like, oh my goodness gracious, do I remember?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
About
Talk
2
about
months.
flipping two. It's still doing it.
Yeah,
Still you still got to touch it up because man keep putting their plates on the wall.
I think it took us 1 month to do the staircase.
It took us a month to do the whole gym. It
took
was
us a
from
long time,
beginning of
bro.
December, and then we got it done before Christmas finished.
It was a long time.
The only thing that was left was the roof.
Maybe it felt like 2 months.
Yeah, because I was with you for
And
the
then
whole.
you came up with the idea. Let's paint the ceiling tiles.
Couldn't stop. I still can't stop. I look at stuff now. I'm like, no, we're gonna change that. That's just the.
Wasn't it
the
10,000 tiles?
ceiling tiles? Now it was a lot. Yeah, it was 9,000
Something
tiles.
stupid. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, it was a lot. No, not 9,000. Was it 900 or something?
Are you mental?
We'll just make it
900.
We'll just make it sound better for the sake of the podcast. 36,000 tiles we did
It
with
felt like
one
a lot.
hand. Yeah.
It felt like a lot.
But that's what like people, you're right, they don't see, and that's where like this is actually good, to be fair, because one, people get to know about me and you a little bit more,
Yeah.
and that we are actually serious when we need to be serious. But actually, didn't we say something about this earlier? About being serious?
How do you mean?
I said
As
I
it
messaged
earlier
you something
today?
about being serious.
You did. And I said that was a really good quote, but
Yeah.
I forgot what it was.
It wasn't even a quote. I just made it up. It was something along the lines of, "Why be serious all the time? Because then when you when you need to be serious, you forget you need to be serious." Something
That's
like
the
that.
one.
And that's pretty much how we live our life. To be fair.
You said if we take everything serious when something serious happens, how will we know if we're going to be serious?
Quote of the day. Quote of the day.
I like
I'm looking
that.
at my phone. I should be looking at the camera.
I like that.
Yeah, but no, that sums me and you up though. We're not serious about anything.
No.
Like the amount of times people will come in here and say, "Oh, you two are actually like children,"
Yeah.
which we are like children,
Yeah.
and that's probably because we do believe that we actually kind of like missed out on each other's childhoods.
Yeah.
But I think we're making up for that now
100.
at 40 years old. I'm 42. Yeah.
I know. I know. It is rare.
But it's good though. That kind of sums the relationship up as well. So even the fact like we can sit here and just do this, we're talking like normal,
Yep.
but we got a headphone and mics on, and we wing it.
We would have never done this. Like when we first met, we would have never done this. In front of,
So-
I haven't been in front of a camera for right reasons.
Since Sky Sports.
Since I sports, literally, and that was when I was 21.
You're 21.
Yeah, no, probably even younger, 20.
But look at the difference in lives, man.
I know. So
21, I was working with that shop.
signed pro at Walsall when I was 17.
Madness.
So 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 20. And
That's
I left
sick,
when I
though.
was 21.
That's sick though.
Mad.
Yeah, bro.
That was the last time, like, camera and stuff.
That thought,
It's
yeah.
always against it.
That actually, that's what we were saying we're gonna do now. It's like now transitioning from being in front of the cameras
Yeah.
for football, then gym owner
Yeah.
to the ups and downs of gym.
And when I
life.
started with the gym, it was never a thing. You'd never see really gym owners or something in front of a camera. Podcasters wasn't even a thing.
I didn't exist then.
It didn't exist.
Mm.
Like it wasn't a thing. You don't do interviews. You don't. It just wasn't a thing. You don't. Instagram wasn't a thing. Like
Social media
social.
fucked up the world.
Nothing.
Honestly.
And even when like talking now, when I was probably 30, 31, I bought the gym when I was 30, and then even that social was still dead.
Mm.
Like you'd put maybe you see our videos now and our pods and all the posts that we do now. We've got like what 30 a day, something
Yeah.
like that, something random like.
Yeah.
We'd do like one every other day
Yeah.
back then, and I haven't caught up properly with that. That's where you're good.
Yeah.
Like with the social media side of
I
things, the
still on my
advertisement
phone.
side of things,
Yeah.
it's nuts.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's a massive thing that you bring in.
But that's just living on my phone. Like across running different
Well, if
businesses,
you look
like,
at your
have
screen
to-
time,
Yeah. Oh my god.
12, 13 hours a day,
Even when you're at home, you're constantly just on your
100.
phone all the time.
and it takes you away from other things as well, as we both know.
From the most important things.
100%.
It literally takes you, but most important things for both of us are the kids.
100.
So the fact that like it takes you away from that, like that's the biggest sacrifice.
You know when your
either
kids
of
say,
us
"Oh,
can make.
can I watch something on your phone?"
Oh,
Oh, just hang on.
1 minute.
Just give it a minute. 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later.
A cease in particular is a nightmare at it.
Yeah.
He will literally have my phone, and then a notification will pop up, bang.
Oh, he clicks.
Oh, he clicks.
Meta swipes.
Meta swipes up.
She swipes.
Nah,
She goes, off you pop. Even a phone call, off you pop.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
No, a cease is.
He clicks. He wants to get involved.
Saya will get rid.
Yeah.
If it's a phone call and she sees your name, she'll answer.
Mhm.
She knows it's you. But a cease,
Ah.
like nah, he's just like, okay, cool. I'm clicking everything. Like
brilliant.
because he thinks I'm clicking. It must be an X gonna appear somewhere.
Yeah.
So eventually I'll get rid of you. So some of the times he will then go on and reshare. But like he's gone onto my online banking and all sorts. So I'm like, how have you even done that?
Sick.
It's just a matter of time before he spends money somewhere.
100%.
So then, yeah, that's why like I try and make sure as soon as I give him my phone, flight mode. Then you
okay.
can't do anything. Then when you come back onto your phone,
Beep, beep,
no,
beep, beep, beep,
yeah,
beep.
and that's
Yeah.
it. And then it's like a backlog. That's the beauty of iPads. Thank
Hard.
God.
Yeah, but they've got, Mia's got a phone, Meda's got an iPad, but they always want your phone.
It's your phone. It's
They always
Daddy's
want
phone.
your phone. It looks interesting.
Daddy's
There's always
phone.
something going on the phone, isn't it?
Oh, especially ours, especially yours. To be fair, It's a busy phone.
It's a busy phone.
Pineapples.
It's a busy phone.
No, it is a busy phone. Okay, so then
But things have changed. So we're talking originally about Clint.
Yeah.
And
Clint's a big, to this day, Clint's a big thing, yeah.
massive.
I really like that though.
For me, he put the blueprint here.
For the gym.
Not just for this gym. So he put the blueprint here, he put the blueprint at Capital originally, before obviously everything, whatever. Future, Workout Mill. We all went off that blueprint. And I'm pretty sure all the people that took over the gyms after him will say the same thing.
Of course.
I'm pretty sure Rich will say the same thing. I'm pretty sure Kev will say the same thing. Capital will say the same thing. Him and Will, they put the blueprints out for these kind of gyms.
Yeah.
And it was a niche because, there was like, Steve's Gym, Body FX and stuff like that. They all had their own blueprints, but they kind of, not pioneers or whatever, but they kind of had a vision that this is how a gym should be. And they had that real passion. Like what we have now. Yeah. Like we're passionate about every little bit of kit. Yeah. Not every gym owner is.
Oh, no.
Not every gym owner is. And they kind of put that blueprint in.
Yeah.
And I took that on. It wasn't the case of, okay, I'm going to buy a gym and I'll put my thing on it. I learned from these guys. Yeah. I learned everything. In terms of Will, like in terms of training and stuff like that, I learned everything from that guy. Obviously, I had a background of training through Villa and stuff like that. But that's training athletes. It's a different thing, completely different thing. When you come into like bodybuilding, and when I sort of like started training properly, when I joined Villa with Will, I was probably about 21, 22, come away from football, and then you start doing the bodybuilding side of it, learn everything from Will. Hey, in terms of training, and then you put your own spin on it. Like now, like people say, oh, why don't you do it this way? Why don't you do it that way? And you can try it, and if it works for you, cool. Bring it into your arsenal.
100%.
If it doesn't, okay, tried it. No one knows everything.
Yeah.
Got to be a sponge.
But you have to. That's life.
Got to be a sponge in everything. No one here, no one that I know knows everything about training.
100%.
You've got to adapt. Some of the mad stuff that we get.
I think that's the beauty of training.
100.
Like that. It's like
it changes all the time.
100%. It changes with age.
Massive. That's a big one.
And that's what we're finding out now. So like, especially like past few weeks, that bro, you're broken.
Literally.
You're literally, well, I was literally broken as well.
Same.
But you think you're invincible,
no.
And then you have to adapt your training style to essentially what your body allows.
When we started training, we actually thought we were bulletproof, invincible.
Bro, I still do think I'm bulletproof.
But you're not. Like
find me the man is all. I always say the same thing. Like literally, if you used to find someone equivalent age who's gonna do the same thing,
maybe.
And I always just go off that.
I've always said if a man or somebody has done it before, you can do it.
100%.
There's a way.
Of course.
There's a way to do it. But when we had our little 3 o'clock in the morning training sessions,
that was phenomenal.
That was the best training I've ever done in my life.
They were some of the best days. Remain, Debt Price, Rich Malsbury.
Everyone was in at that time. Chang was here.
Yeah, Johnny Chang. They used to be absolutely mad.
Like Tomatini.
Yeah.
All them were here at that time.
Good people
even
as well.
Simon Rotherham was still here at that time.
Yeah, good people.
Like earlies.
I think Simon's been here forever.
He hasn't never left.
Yeah, Simon's been here forever. So people like
I don't know how long he's been here for.
Simon?
Yeah, as in like time-wise.
Simon and Ben have got to be one of the longest members here.
So Ben, I know Ben's sort of like 24, 25 years.
Madness.
Simon's not that long.
Is it?
I don't think so.
I'm surprised at that.
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask.
Yeah, I'm surprised at that.
But I'd be surprised if he's like, Ben was Mr. Apollo.
Ben is going to die.
Ben is still Mr. Apollo.
Yeah, but he still is. Ben is going to honestly die here.
He will. But he'd be so happy.
Of course, he'll get married here.
Oh God.
Ben, if we were to say to Ben, use this place as an actual chapel, not the chapel.
In a heartbeat, I'd do that. I would do that. No, I would.
Indians sit down on the where we're going to sit here.
Yeah. No, but Ben, he's always been known as Mr. Apollo.
Nah, fair play though.
He lives and breathes it. He might like kick off every now and again if we hide his stuff, but
yeah, spike him and knives him.
But it is what it is. Ben will always be here.
So what do you reckon about the gym now then?
Fucking different animal.
Because it is different.
Different
level now.
Like even today, I was scrolling through old pictures.
I know.
It's nuts.
I know.
Like nuts. How much has changed. I mean, look where we're sitting. For fuck's sake,
it's crazy.
Like if you
I've
think
been here
about
most of the day. that interview earlier, I was like, where the fuck
that
did
was
you
mental.
come from?
That was mad.
Bro,
Caught me off guard there.
I was literally in this top, minding my own business.
Yeah.
I had to go upstairs, say to Heidi, quick, pass me an Apollo top.
Ah.
She's laughing her absolute
That picture
arse off.
that you sent me earlier, I was thinking, hang on, wait, there's a chair in the corner here. He's actually being interviewed like fucking something like serious.
Bro, I walked into, so the guy said, he said, I'm going to be like 20 minutes. I go, setting up. And in my head, I'm thinking, yo, it takes me 2 seconds to do this. Turn the mics on, turn the cameras on, PC, bang. So I'm like, oh, I'm already better than you. I've walked back in, and then I went to the office, walked back in, and all I see is this chair, these fucking...
That
I'm
umbrella
like,
thing.
My
That was
goodness,
big.
great, bro. I called you straight away. I
Yeah.
misunderstood this one.
I didn't see the call, but I seen the post 6 minutes late, and I was like, oh no, that's not good.
So out of my depth. But that's also, again, not just hyping us up. That's the beauty of me and you. We wing stuff.
Oh, massive.
So the guy was actually so impressed. He was like, he goes, I got a list of 20 questions. I go, just give me the first one.
20 questions.
I go, give me the first one. Let me just see how many of your questions I answer in those 20 questions. He asked me 3 questions, or 20 turns.
Wow.
Because you talk a lot, don't you? And I was
20 questions.
Yeah, but it's like, but we talk.
But it sounds a lot. It sounds a lot.
Yeah, but 3 questions in, I'd answer all of those 20.
Madness.
Yeah, but we're not that we're super smart. We just know what we've got to say.
But this is the thing, when you live and breathe it every single day, and it is your passion.
Truth comes out.
And this is the passion. Like, what else am I going to talk about apart from everything that I do every day, all day long? Like, it's always gym.
That's why it's easy to talk about the gym.
Easy.
And that's why these things for us, especially like with me and you just sitting here and just like essentially spitballing,
100%.
it is just normal because what we do is talk on the phone.
It's real.
On the way home, it will literally be, oh bro, just so you know this, whatever, and then we'll go into gym talk, which is kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing, because now we predominantly do talk about the gym, where before we would talk about everything.
Yeah.
So we now only talk about everything when we go on road trips.
Yeah.
Or like these like 5-hour missions to Wales to buy someone a piece of
It has
kit.
took it away from that slightly.
But we know we're me and you.
100%.
But yeah, but like it is cool though. Like, and it now has kind of gone from, now it has become like ours in a different way.
Massively.
It's completely different now.
You know, you said about earlier.
That's why it's good to see your view on it, because you've seen it from where it was.
Yeah.
To, okay, cool, Ryan, let's paint everything black.
Yeah.
And then I actually remember that conversation. You were like, black and red.
Black.
Like, yo,
It's gonna look so dark.
straight away. I remember.
Really?
Honestly, I remember you were like, what?
Yeah. Didn't make sense to me.
And I was just like, bro, we just gotta go with it.
Couldn't see it.
But the trust that you had in me.
Oh, 100.
With your essentially your baby.
Yeah.
And essentially
I'd
what it
painted
become
this place twice before.
our prison colours.
Rude. So
Definitely
it was dentist white
Yeah.
at one point.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a mistake
It's a
because the
big
walls
mistake.
got like marked
Big,
quite
yeah.
badly. And then I thought, like, let's make it like classy and clean.
Yeah.
So I went half white, half grey.
Prison.
Like you do at your house or
Don't-
something,
don't
right?
drop
Try and
the
make it
soap.
all pretty. Yeah.
Don't drop the soap.
Yeah, don't, no. And that was nice for like 6 months. And then it just looked crap. It just looked beige. It just looked too classic and clinical for what we were going for.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't make sense. Like, you've got all this serious kit, all this serious trainers, and then you've got pretty walls. It's like, okay, we need something more with a punch.
Fact, yeah.
And that's when you said, like, the black, and I was like, oh, that's a big change. I'm not good with big changes. You
Yeah.
know me.
Flipping hell, I know.
You know me. In terms of, like, your everyday things. Ordering a curry. As you know, like, I have the same curry
Every day.
I've had since I've lived in the house.
Same amount of chilies every day as well.
Everything's the same. I'm loyal to a certain thing. If I like a certain thing,
Done, yeah.
you've got me forever.
Yeah.
And then, like, so when you try and implement, like, big changes,
Yeah.
ooh,
And
don't
that-
know.
That's, to be fair, we didn't struggle there because you kind of just said, look, you know, I trust you, go with it.
With everything.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, even like something, because
Because you were so adamant with it as well. It's kind of like, oh, he really believes it. So
But it's
okay,
always, but we always, even there, we joked it off. This is actually the funny thing. I don't actually think we've ever had a serious day.
cool. No,
Like, I could probably die tomorrow and we'll still have jokes somehow.
100%.
It's like I remember like when we did that first Gymloco bit of kit.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, that's been the only probably bit of kit you was like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, maybe.
That's cool. And then after that, it was like, but bro, this does that.
That and Primate Leg Extension, I really like that one.
Prime, like, yeah, but when we ordered the Prime stuff,
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like, bro, £5
But it's a lot. Bro, again, see how times change. Like when me and Clint was buying kit, 1,500 quid max, and that was
Yeah.
like,
Nah,
that's a lot of money. That
I don't do that. I
no,
just want
yeah,
first,
no,
bro.
no crap. But now it's like, look at the last lad, seven,
Yeah, that's
nearly
expensive.
£8,000.
Yeah.
That was
I'm just
5 bits of kit back in the day.
Thing is, I never think about money though.
Yeah.
I've always from my
I've
dad.
had to in terms of the gym side of things because we've never had it.
Yeah.
We back in the day,
Yeah, no, I get.
we
I get
didn't
it.
have like, you know, look how well we're doing now with the members. Look how well we're
different,
doing
yeah.
with the subs and stuff like that. The gym's never been in a better place. But pre-COVID,
We can actually truthfully say gym's never been better.
no
I
problem.
know this is going to be firing a shot, but you got other people that will go on Instagram. Oh, we've just had a peak month, and you know for a fact, bro, you're talking shit.
100%.
Like, and everyone's gonna know who I'm talking about.
100%.
But you're talking
It
so
used to
much.
bother me years ago. It used to bother me.
You're talking so
No.
much shit. Like, why are you lying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, if you've had a bad, just say, okay, cool. You know, like, be sensible in what you're saying.
It's image though, isn't it? It's
But, okay,
Egos
cool,
and
but you
image
look, but, okay, cool. It is ego, 100% it is. Always pride, but like, when we used to go on Insta and we used to do our stuff, this is why we never wanted to go on social.
never.
Because one, we never really liked the camera, which
Yeah.
is crazy now because we've got fucking 17 cameras in the room.
Yeah.
But I was always conscious about saying something wrong and then kind of someone saying, now you're going to get found out.
Go for it.
Like, does the other person not think that? Just like, I could walk into your gym and it would be ghost town.
Yeah.
I may as well put my registration plate on your door.
Mhm.
Like, you know, there's no one there. Don't be stupid. But try and do something a little bit different where people are going to come in.
Yeah.
You know, you might have lost a few members. Cool, we're all going to lose members. You know, try and get them back.
No drama.
Stick to what you know.
That's the best thing.
Bro, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Stick to your lane.
Simple as that. Yeah. Another gym's always going to come in and take people from you.
Yeah.
But if you're that good, they'll come back.
Yeah. 100.
But then when you see stuff like that, you're like, yo, you might be like, I don't want to rip the guy, but come on, don't be
You
stupid.
see it from miles away, and I think everyone else sees that as well.
I think that's a shame.
I don't think it's going to change though.
I don't think it's going to change, but like in comparison to like where we have been as a gym, it's like when I first came in, obviously gym wasn't good,
No.
and then like as an environment though,
Yeah.
it's always been the best.
The community's nuts.
Here,
Nuts.
always been
They
the
die
best.
for us.
Literally, some people here honestly would lay their life down for
But
you.
this is their life.
That's exactly it. That's why the chapel kind of name kind of rings out.
100.
But like when coming in and like the older people, when they would see you making the changes, and they'd be like, "Oh, Amma, don't do this. Like, you know, that's my favorite machine.
100%.
I used that 3 times in the past 6 months."
Yeah.
And then like,
But that's been there for 20 years.
I've been here for 20, exactly
Yeah,
that.
you've been
then,
here for a minute.
And then when we'd start changing everything over, the culture was like, "Nah, you can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. It's
Yeah.
my machine."
Yeah.
Like even that what do you call it? The shrug machine upstairs.
Viking press.
The
and the shrug,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
it's not even a Viking press. It's
No, it's not. You
Bro-
can't Viking press it.
it's absolutely broken.
You can use it from about that far.
I can't
That's
believe
it.
that bit of kit is still in the gym.
Yeah, I know.
Like we have one of the best Viking presses.
We do.
In that's been
I know.
made. You can't.
That's probably the only bit of kit that I'm like half sentimental over.
I just
Even
don't-
myself, like because it's been there for so long, it's kind of like, okay,
Patricia was beating shit out of it earlier.
but we have to
But-
now. Every day we have to.
I know, but
Where's the
like,
end?
That's what was like, as from a cultural point of view, that was always the hardest thing for me.
Massive.
So like you jumped on the. I remember like I actually thought. Well, I think did we buy the paint? I went in. I came in at 4 or 3 o'clock, something like that. To start painting, and you was already there painting. And I was like, yes, this is
On
my
the
job.
staircase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was literally
Freezing. December.
bro. I literally just
Didn't
remember
have my trainers on. Like Kunta Kinte.
in my head, I was doing it by myself. You know me, I just go off and do
Yeah,
my
yeah.
things. And I seen you there, and I was like, look, this is my guy.
Yeah.
Like this is like now people are gonna see what I see in Ryan.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
the not just the happy side of him,
Mm.
but alright, cool. Because I see the serious side of you as well.
course.
I see the emotional.
You're one
side,
of the few that ever.
bro, and vice versa.
100.
But like then like, when people kind of see you painting, and this is why I always say that you're the example in the gym. They see you picking up the weight, and if they see you painting, and if they see you parking properly, and you training and stuff like this,
Yeah.
it gives the example for
course.
everyone. So when we're painting that, and I was like, yes, let's go.
Yeah.
But then when it came to the kit side, that was hard.
Bro. Because it was
Even the
something that I
graffiti.
wasn't.
Do you remember the Hulk?
Oh,
You didn't want the Hulk. You
I
was like, I
didn't
just
want
don't
the
get what
Hulk.
the Hulk is with the gym.
What does that mean?
The Hulk, bro, he's covered in muscles. And
No, I
he's
get it
green.
now.
And
Don't get
he's
me wrong, I get
green.
it now. But when you were saying it, I was thinking, what are we, like a Marvel gym? What? Like, what? It used to be a serious gym. Now,
That's actually sick as well, to be fair.
Nah.
The lion and the wolf.
Yeah, wicked.
People I don't think understand that.
Nah,
I don't think anyone gets that.
no.
But that's a cool thing about the gym as well.
100%.
So it's not just about having alpha animals on there. The
Yeah.
animals which are on
Meanings.
there, bro, they represent me and you. So
100%.
like you've got a wolf on your arm.
100%.
Like, you know, like I would never put a lion on me. I ain't that cliche, but like
Yeah.
everywhere around me, like I surround myself with that stuff.
course.
It's a cultural animal, to be fair.
I know.
But it's just kind of, it's always in me.
Yeah.
It's like even the fact that we put what's in our minds on there,
Sick.
and now it's all over the gym.
Yeah,
You know, it's all over the socials. Like it's good. So that's the beauty of. Like,
We
what
never
do.
had that imagery. We never had that sort of, even with previous partners, different things like that. I never had that sight
Yeah.
of like down the line. Okay, how can we impact ourselves into here? I was always here as a person, in terms of like one-to-ones, like one just bounces around the gym, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was never like your imprint
Yeah.
into the gym, really.
Now
you know what I
our
mean?
mind's on literally on the wall.
Yeah, it's mad.
But people don't. So we did that to essentially become more Instagrammable.
That's right.
No one takes pictures with them.
No.
Now it's more just sentimental to me and you. We just put a line
I
of
know.
wolf everywhere.
Spent a fortune on it.
Fucking tell me about it, Tommy.
Tommy.
No, I keep looking at here. Tommy, sort your
Tommy.
price out.
Tommy's good though.
Tommy's phenomenal. Tommy's absolutely
He's
phenomenal.
probably got about 6 kids now. He's seen him for ages. Was he just about to have a kid?
Tom? Yeah, he was. Yeah, Tommy's a great find.
Amazing one.
How do you come across him?
I have no idea, mate.
Tommy is a great find.
Tommy is a good guy, man.
No, but so in terms of like going into the gym now,
Yeah.
like when you see it, this is what's important to me more than anything. Like I love kind of seeing everything else with the gym, but because I know this means more. It means more to you than it does to me.
Okay.
Nah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
But it's a fact. Like, and I would never ever like. I could leave the gym tomorrow. Like, I don't get emotionally attached. I'm emotionally attached to the place. I think more so because of you.
Okay.
Because like you're like me. Like you're like my. Like, everyone will see you as theirs. I know this is gonna sound like I'm a female, but you're my guy.
Yeah.
Like you're my bro. Like that's how I'll always see it. But people will always see you as theirs. So I'm more attached to this place because of you. Like I want it to work. I want to take you with me on like the next level. So me and you are on like a yacht somewhere and we're messing around and you know like spraying each other with water guns or whatever and just got like the family like that.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
100%.
But this place means more to you. So when like I hear like you kind of like you know you're proud of where it is. Like that's it.
Ah, bro. Like
That's it.
compared to where we were, and we can say this, but in COVID, and my close people know, like in terms of yourself, even like people like Suki, Steve the Fish, my dad, all that. We all know like how close we came to. We're probably a month away.
In COVID.
A month away. We
Yeah.
probably had about another month's worth of payments to be able to pay the rent, keep the place open, or you know we've got to do something different here.
Yeah.
Or get rid of everything. But then now thinking about where the gym is now,
Oh no.
to actually be put in that place where you're only 1 month away and take all this away from all them,
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
850 of them, and that fell on my watch.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's pressure in it.
Oh my God.
It's pressure.
Manic.
Because
Manic.
people won't get that either.
No. That close.
But not just that they were that close to losing it. All the pressure falls on you there.
100%.
But at that point, it all fell on you. And then like, it doesn't matter who your business partner was at that point.
Yep.
That's why I always say you're always the face.
100%.
So like when we do this, like last week when we did the podcast on that thing didn't work.
Yeah.
I felt fucking horrible.
So, I can't believe you cut me out.
I felt terrible.
You're meant to be my guy.
No, I felt terrible. I just didn't know.
You watch this not work, and I'm like David Attenborough again.
No.
Sound. I'm literally a narrator. Just hear me in the background. It's dog shit. That's so bad.
No, but that's why stuff like that's important. Like even like when we had the PCA thing, and we're like winning the award. Like it's a great. I've never, to be fair, that's been my best moment of my Apollo kind of like journey.
That was a day, mate.
Yeah, it was, but it was just like
When they announced it
now I
and went
knew.
to the table.
But
No, you see, I didn't.
I
Because
said
I don't
to you,
believe in stuff like that.
nah. The minute they said that we was in the final, I've already
I
said.
know you said it. You did say it.
I've said this year. I don't know if we're gonna win it.
Okay.
I've said this year we're gonna.
I know you have said that.
But that don't mean we ain't gonna go for it.
No, 100%.
And that also doesn't mean that we can't turn it around.
Of course.
But that's more of like an internal thing. Like, it's
Yeah.
like we've got to make sure we function better. We've got to make sure that we up our game. That's on me and you to do.
Yeah.
The minute they announced that we was there, I said to you straight, we're going big because I know we're winning.
I remember you
this.
saying it.
No,
I remember the phone call as soon as it got announced.
But
You
no
phoned me
one-
saying we're winning, and I was like, bro, relax.
I remember when she called me, I was literally, and she didn't know. Wait, is she gonna see this? She probably will see this, but she knows I'm gonna say it the wrong way. I was dying to button out. I was like, yo, I gotta call my guy. This is big. This is what we've been working for.
I think I cried.
You did. I remember.
I think I cried.
The first time when it was 2023, I remember that. I was literally.
And that was just getting in the finals.
Yeah, that was it.
Not about like crying when you were at the thing. I
No,
think
you
I
did,
cried
yeah.
when you told me.
I remember, bro. I was on the M6. No, I'm M1 on the way
Yeah.
back from Nottingham or something
Couldn't
like that.
speak.
And then you was. I just said to you, bro. It's,
Couldn't speak.
finals. You was well emotional.
Mm.
But that's how I know it means more.
100%.
In 2023 when we won it, I remember I called you then, and then you said you literally, bro, I need a minute, and you put the phone down on me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, fuck, I've got to wake up in a few
Can't
hours.
speak.
I got to get up and go. I got to get up and train in the
Yeah,
morning.
yeah, yeah.
You hurry up and come back. Then you
Yeah.
called me back. I was like, yeah, okay, cool. I just put the phone down, went to bed.
Madness.
I was sick because
But those things, like, they never happened to the gym before. We put ourselves in that place where we are achieving things that we never thought. Well, you did,
Yeah.
but I never thought we'd like accomplished.
yeah,
And when like it makes all your graft every day, all the hours,
so worthwhile, right,
and they put it to the point, like the point where they're going to put you on a stage for it.
bro?
Like that's, and we are far from wanting to be on a stage. Hate stages. Hate being
When
in
they
front of
passed
people.
the mic, I was like, fuck.
They could have just gave me a phone call, said you've won,
Yeah.
sound wicked,
Yeah.
love you.
Yeah, yeah.
But the whole thing going in dicky bows and all that banner
That's why it was
with our people.
Oh man, that was the best thing for me. That
Ever.
seeing, like, I was happiest seeing you and Callum.
Yeah.
Like, Callum and you in this gym, I think faces of the gym.
Mhm.
I don't think there's a bigger face than you two in the gym.
I
Obviously, you
said
number
this to
one.
Callum the other day, and he was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Callum, like
Oh, he's nah.
you
he's-
have no idea."
Oh yeah, Patty, like, face of the gym. Katie
Yeah.
Powers, face of the gym. Like, but when seeing like you guys on stage, like Jess, Heidi, like seeing everyone about us, like the people that were there.
Man, Suki,
Oh,
I know.
But Manj, like
I know.
Manj is just like your mum now. Like Manj is like
Honest.
the gym mum for everybody.
Love logo.
But when we went with everyone, that was great. But I just remember when they said Apollo, I just looked out.
Right.
And then I just remember seeing you. I was like, "Oh shit,
Couldn't believe it.
it's gonna go off."
Literally
I
couldn't
stayed in my
believe
chair.
Yeah, I know.
You was just.
I was up.
Oh, bro, you
I was out my chair.
mad.
I think my
It was
chair
like
fell.
FA Cup, bang.
Yeah, 100.
It was one of them moments.
Champions League,
Yeah.
not the FA Cup. No, honestly, World Cup. Even Suki, I've never seen him so excited.
Oh, bro, it means that basically he don't miss a day here.
He was doing this.
Bro, it's massive. But that's again.
I still got that video. I love that video.
But that's the only picture that me and you have taken that
Yes.
looks good,
Absolutely.
in my opinion.
When we're sitting together.
Sitting together,
Yeah,
and you
so
made it black and
one of my
white.
favourite pictures.
bro. And you made it black and white, so my hairline
Gave you
looks
hair.
good.
I know,
So,
I know,
like,
I know.
yes,
I
it
did it for
blends in
reason.
well. No, you
I know.
didn't. You
I
didn't.
did.
Someone
I
else
did.
did it. You
No,
didn't
no,
do that.
I did it.
You didn't do
I
that.
lost 3 chins in that picture. So I did do it. Trust me. It was the only one that we looked alright.
No, yeah.
I'll
but
keep that forever.
that
Forever.
picture. Oh, fact.
Forever.
If, to be fair, that's what we should put on the wall.
Yeah, so
We keep saying we should start getting pictures out of the wall.
we should.
But like things like that, that's my gym kind of like gym moment, because I'm like, okay, cool. Now I know I done it right for you,
100%.
and that's not like just like you said, like a media. But I know that you put a lot of trust in me to kind of like to guide or whatever, and that you trust me to do what I've got to do. But I trust you in to steer the ship. That's why I always say to you, like the
Yeah.
captain steers the ship.
Yeah.
So that's why I trust you to steer the ship. That's why, like, it's weird. Like the dynamic that we got here is weird.
It's madness.
Oh, it's nuts, bro. But when I seen that, and I was like, yes, like thank God.
That was the one.
Like I just remember I was like,
Makes
yeah,
everything worthwhile, bro.
bro.
Like everyone sees like it's just messing about and having fun and stuff, but there's a lot of crap that we have to go through. There's a lot of crap that we have to deal with and all that sort of stuff.
The counsellors.
Yeah, 100.
We're untrained counsellors.
Yeah.
You got to.
But people put a lot of trust in that.
They definitely put a lot of trust in you with that.
In us, as you well know. But that's what makes it so beautiful, bro.
That's my hardest thing, yeah.
In terms
I'm
of what?
exposed to too many people.
It happens to me. Exactly the same thing.
It's like I don't mind it. It's draining, but
very draining.
It's draining like that, but
also it could be super rewarding as well.
Massive.
So we know we say like it's draining, takes up a lot of our time and stuff like that. But sometimes the littlest thing or the littlest request or do you know what, I'm struggling or something like that, and to be in that position where you can just help them, and it doesn't cost us a lot. It doesn't do whatever. It could just be a little thing, like that reward outweighs all the crap.
Honestly, it does.
It massively does.
Because you're genuinely impacting someone's life for the better.
Yeah.
It's not just their day.
Yeah. They could turn to anyone.
Oh.
But then they find it in their exactly. They find themselves to trust you and turn to you. That's worth more than all the money. That's worth more than anything, bro.
I think
that's the whole reason why I got the gym.
Yeah, no, 100. That you get there. I think you get drawn back by me. I'm not drawn back is the wrong way to say it. Because people will see like cars and stuff, and they will think that all of that money comes from the gym.
I know they do.
Yeah, but they don't get. We actually don't make that much.
No.
Like you literally, like you can make a living off a gym, but you're never making bank. Like you're not going to buy a yacht in Dubai.
Of course not.
Like, but that's like we'll obviously try different things by different avenues. So we've got obviously only subs. Like that should be a good thing. Onlysubs.co.uk going to be all your supplement needs supplied to you by Dropship.
See,
no, stuff like that. But I know that's my side of it. Like that's for me to kind of grow wherever we got to grow.
Of course.
But the gym side of it, the helping people, that's actually that's the main side. Most draining side.
Oh yeah,
definitely draining. But like that is like, and that's like the feel good factor.
Massively.
For us.
Massively.
That's the biggest reward.
You can't do that in your normal day-to-day jobs.
But you can't. You're lucky if you can.
Yeah, it's very rare.
You're very lucky.
And it could just be a little thing. Oh, shit, you look good, You are doing well. They're going to have a good day.
Bro, to the younger lads.
But you have to mean it.
Yeah, you can't bullshit. You can't just walk through everybody and say, "Oh, you're looking.
You look great. You look good. Oh, you're fake as fuck."
Like, there's a young lad the other day, and he was doing chin ups, something like that, and you could see he come off after, and he had like a bicep pump on. I actually genuinely, I think he got like 7 or something like that. I goes, bro, when I was your age, I think I could probably get 1 for that. And then he was like, nah. He goes, look at you, and I was like, yeah, I'm 42. Like you're 17. Like when you were 7, when I was 17, I was probably doing 2 pull-ups on a good day.
Well, you're about 9 stone when you were 17.
Yeah, but I was 8.5 stone. But like when my arms were like twigs. My arm was probably the size of your thumb.
Yeah.
Like you got a big thumb, but I had a small arm.
Yeah.
Like so, like it would just when you have that impact on someone, that's for me and for you as well.
Is that the reason you got into training?
No.
Because you were so light. Why did you even get into training?
As in the gym?
As in, like, why did you go gym?
Stopped all my sports. Stopped everything.
Sports?
Got
wait,
injured.
Wait, what sports?
No, like when we used to play football, got injured. I did my cruise ships.
Ooh.
And then
That's a bad one.
Yeah, but I was lazy, Ryan.
Did you have the up?
Nah, I never had the up. I just literally, I was lazy as hell. I just thought, cool. Didn't want to do no grappling. Didn't want to do nothing like that. So I just went to... actually, fucking hell, they're going to laugh at this as well because it's the gym that hates me the most, probably. Actually, probably the gym that hates me second most.
I don't know, there's a few.
Lad called, I owe this guy as well, Eddie Young. He's an old schooler at Future Fitness, when it used to be called Flex.
Okay.
He used to work for my dad, and he then said, he goes, well, come.
What did you do at Flex?
He just used to train there.
Oh, okay.
So then he took us into, now it's called Future, took us into Future, and then he said, well, you're training with me every day. I used to really get along with him. So I started training there. Bro, I remember I did like chin-ups, took my top off. I was like, yo, check my back.
In Flex?
No, like upstairs, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was skinny as shit. 8.5 stone.
Did you go on your own? Or just take
I went with him. He kept me with him for months.
So, yeah, but you went on your own. You didn't take your people with you, your friends with you. You just went to train with his head.
With Eddie, yeah, that's it. Like, Eddie's been in here. But I love Eddie. He's like an equivalent of Noel. Like, I would see him and I would just bow down to him. Like, he's like my...
He got you into training?
I owe the guy.
So, okay, so you started training, then you just got the mad love for it? got the addiction.
And then I just never stopped. It just literally just never stops. Like, because you're skinny.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you
Start
might
seeing
get
changes.
You see changes. You might feel a little bit more comfy. Like, that's where people kind of don't. I think it's one thing being overweight.
Yes.
And losing weight.
Yeah.
But being skinny and putting on weight, that's why I get so paranoid now when I lose weight.
You do?
Yeah, because I feel like this. Like, I
Yeah.
could be like 14, 15 stone and I feel like that.
Yeah.
I would rather be 15 and a half stone, a little bit chubby,
Yeah.
and feel a bit fuller.
Yeah.
But then, yeah.
Because you don't want to revert back to what you were.
Oh, yo.
Which is never going to happen, bro.
No, I know it ain't now, but like...
Was your sweet tooth always a thing back then as well?
Always.
It was?
Always.
Oh, of course.
But I
Because you
just
said
used to-
about... Where was your job? Not Frankie Bennett's, Harvester. Yeah,
I just used to burn everything off. I
Metabolism
used to
through
be
the-
I used to be real active.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, although like I was never at your level, but I used to be very, very active.
Yeah.
So even if I'm in the back garden or something like that, like I was constant. And my dad, well, not my dad, so my mum never used to let me sit down. So
Right.
she'd always be like, okay, come, let's do this, let's do that. So I've always been active like that. But yeah.
So you started training with Eddie for what? How many years? A couple of years?
Nah, maybe about 8 months, 9 months.
Okay.
Then I just started doing my own thing because like just times.
And then did you start bringing in like Chags and stuff?
Nah, Chags is the biggest dickhead in the whole of my life. But he's one of my best mates. He's one of I don't know.
Sorry about that, Chags.
I don't know to this day how I still chat to that guy.
Ever since you started squealing in here, I didn't want to speak to him either.
He knows it as well. He's like, there's no shit. Like I say this in front of everyone. So then I went to it used to be called not Simply, what is Simply? Fitness First.
Yeah.
So at Cannon Park,
Yeah.
it was right by the house. So I went there with my sister.
Yeah.
I was training my mate Vinesh. He wasn't there, and then I was benching. I think it was like 80 kg. I was like a little bit stronger then, and then I asked Chags for a spot. So
You didn't know him though?
I didn't know him. It was just random guy in the gym.
Yeah.
So but I used to
I
see
don't know
him.
if I trust him with a spot, you know.
Bro, like how stupid! It's the worst mistake I ever made.
Okay.
Other than
That's
the
a big
fact,
thing.
other than the fact that my guy came from it,
Yeah.
like he could have killed me.
Yeah.
So I remember like and the pain. I still remember the pain because like I was skinny. So I'm like benching 80 kg. It went down, went up, went down, and it just stayed down. And then my man didn't give a shit. He's looking over here. He's looking at this girl over there. He's looking at that.
Yeah.
He starts checking his own muscles out, and I'm just like looking at him like, yeah, I'm done.
Dying.
Like, I can't do it. He just didn't care.
Did he even have the strength to lift it up with
This
you?
was the thing. But he's always had big arms. So I thought
Chags,
always.
what happened?
Life.
Sorry.
Yeah, like, but I thought he would have just been able to bicep curl it. I didn't know he
80
could.
kilo?
I didn't know, but he had big arms.
80 kilo.
He had big arms, yeah. But then, yeah, it didn't go down well. So then from there, I ripped him,
Yeah.
started speaking to each other, and it's like a me and you story.
Yeah.
It's like a me and you story, and like we just never left.
Wicked.
Like there's a few of us, but we just never left each other. But he as a guy, like I don't know how I chat to that guy. And
He's a funny boy.
He'll say the same to me.
Of course.
It's the same way with you. I don't know how me and you are so close.
Right.
We're so different.
Completely.
Like we can't train together now.
Completely.
Like, me and him,
We'd fall out.
but we wouldn't.
We'd fall out in a banter way.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We'd
Yeah.
fall out, but we wouldn't. The same thing with him. We'd fall out, but we never would.
No.
So I
It's
see.
different like that though.
Oh, bro, they're the best relationships.
100.
They are the best relationships.
Chags is a madness.
Chat, bro, he's crazy. The fact that you even mentioned him in here is an absolute madness.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, he don't watch these, so I
Hang
can
on,
say what I
so-
want. He's a skinny bitch.
I'm going to send it to him. So you went from Future to there.
Yeah, to there.
Then where?
I've been to every gym in Cobb. I've been to all of them. Capital, obviously, for boxing with Noel. Here
Yeah, but
for
how did
boxing
you
with
go to the capital? How do you even find the capital? How do you even find
Noel?
Noel?
No.
So how do you know Noel though? Prior to that?
Noel beat the fuck out of me.
Sound.
No, Eddie.
But you know him from the doors?
Eddie introduced me to Noel.
From
So-
Future?
Yeah.
I
So
wasn't
Eddie,
about.
you'll know Eddie. Eddie Young is his name.
Yeah.
Wicked.
terrible
I used
with
to
names,
call
bro.
him. Yes, I used to call him Biggins.
Okay.
So he's a big bodybuilder guy, but he used to knew about the wrestling and the grappling. So he then said, he goes, you stand up, you need to work on your stand up.
Mm.
He showed me Noel, and then I said to him, I was like, nah, he can't show me nothing. I think I told you before.
Yeah.
And then Noel was like, yeah, I can't show you nothing. And Noel beat shit out of me.
Fact.
But not beat shit out of me, he just knocked me out in about 3 seconds.
Yeah, 100.
And then I just remember coming around and I was like, teach me.
Yeah.
Like, I need to learn, like, teach me
And
that.
that's like best part of 20 years ago, huh?
Oh, I've been with Noel since I was 17.
But there you go. More.
Yeah,
25 years.
the only thing Noel's ever said to me is, because I used to be not a troublemaker like that, but I used to be aggressive in fights.
Yeah.
He's always said to me, he goes, the minute you start taking the piss out here, he goes, my name's on the line, he goes, you're done with me.
Yeah, wicked.
So from there, that massively humbled me.
Yeah.
Like, so that's why, like, when people will say, I'm so cool, relax.
Yeah.
It's fine, everybody. Like, you know, I'm actually saving your life here. Like,
Yeah.
relax. That's why I've always been like that since then.
So he sort of taught you that discipline.
I never wanted to lose his respect.
Yeah, that's wicked.
That's what you see a few weeks ago. I said something to him, like, I genuinely know that shit. I
That's
said,
so rude.
yeah, but I genuinely was like, yo, I've upset him.
Yeah.
Like, I love Noel.
Yeah. That's fact.
And like, look at me and you is through Noel.
It is.
It's like, so that's why
We owe him everything
but that's why I
Yeah.
say, like, with Eddie, I'm indebted to Eddie.
because of that reason.
Because he's introduced
He
me
brought you
to
to
Noel,
Noel.
and Noel's brought me here, and then he has brought me you, and then it's like, okay, cool. It's like, in terms of like big figures in my life, like
Yeah,
it all
yeah.
kind of comes back from
Where is he now?
Eddie.
Yeah.
Still probably training in the future.
Really?
He's always in cuff. I speak to him from that time to time, but like he's always about. But yeah, but I've been everywhere.
Noel's the one that we should get on here.
Oh, it'd be phenomenal.
That, bro, Noel, his stories. Bro, the first time, like, I met Nikayla,
Yeah.
I went to try and get in scholars.
Oh, no.
Nope.
Yeah, no.
Let her in, sound.
Yeah.
Me, nope.
I love no.
And I didn't know him, he didn't know me. I was like, I was 18.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know gyms, didn't know nothing. Nope. Too drunk.
Is it?
Yeah.
Too drunk?
I was too drunk, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never seen you drunk.
No.
I don't think you can get drunk now.
I just don't think he liked me. I don't think I was actually drunk. But then they all got in, and I was like, sound.
Yeah.
And I remember that from this day.
But does he know that?
I think I've told him a long time ago. But that was like
You went,
24 years ago.
Noel's rated.
Upward.
I don't know. This is what confuses me about life. I don't know how you got like an absolute waste of a boxing trainer doing something on social media, and everyone thinks that he's that phenomenal. Probably never had a fight in his life. And then you got Noel.
Fundamental knowledge.
Oh my goodness! Like he's taught your trainer's trainer.
Yeah.
He's like of that level.
Yeah.
And then Noel, because he doesn't believe in social media, hasn't got clout.
No.
But it's mad.
But the thing is, that guy, he's not just one-dimensional in terms of boxing or grappling or this. Life.
I'll teach you life. Exactly.
Brother, life. Because he's had so much life experience.
I've got him in my quote thing, that quote notes thing. I've got one of Noel's quotes in there.
Yeah, wicked.
Surround yourself with burning.
No, just listen to classical music every now and again.
Noel
Don't I just tell you everything about the guy?
He honestly is.
I think his ringtone is a classical
deep.
song.
I said Noel's deep.
Yeah.
But you just have to he has to trust you.
1 billion%.
He has to trust you. I got a good question for you.
Oh,
what's your favourite gym in Cov outside of Apollo? You know mine.
There is none. So that's hard for me though, because like
mine's Body Effects.
Yeah, I know yours. Yeah.
Oh, that place, man! I used to love Body Effects. In terms of the kit and stuff like that, obviously it's nowhere near here. In terms of like it's
but that was your place.
Oh, I love Steve.
Yeah.
He's fucking funny as fuck.
I know of Steve. I don't know Steve.
Wicked guy.
Yeah.
Just straight.
Yeah.
He loves the gym, loves bodybuilding. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to go to Steve and talk about...
You can't change him.
You're not going to go to Steve and say, Steve, did you see the Man United game? He's just like, nah, I was watching Dorian Yates.
I'm blending my fucking
Steve
tuna.
is so good, but that's like it's a simple guy, and you know what you're going to get with him.
100.
But as a gym, it's like an old school, like, have you got a plaster? Nah, just lick it. It's like that. Put some tissue on it, relax, go do your thing. I love that gym.
See, I've never been there. I've only heard of how, like, nostalgic it is and like
old school as fuck.
Yeah,
old school as fuck.
It's iron, isn't it? It's like iron. That kind of
metal.
It's cold, but it's iron.
100%.
But if you want to train properly, I know.
Yeah,
I've heard really well.
And he has got like he's probably I would say maybe, arguably I don't know, it won't even be arguable. Probably the best bodybuilder to come out of Cov.
Yeah.
I think he was. I think he was.
Only because he's been in it so long, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he's been consistent.
And he looks phenomenal.
Still, I think me and Suki walked past him in Stratford years ago. Years and years ago. And this is when Suki came from there to here.
Yeah.
So there was a bit of like, they didn't really speak then.
Did Suki train Body Effects?
Yeah.
No.
For a long time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he was floating between Capitals and Body Effects.
Yeah.
And I think because Suki came over here and stayed here, I don't think it was appreciated very much. So they kind of just walked past each other. But I remember walking past this guy and I'm thinking, this is a big guy, you know.
He's a big guy.
This is a big guy.
He's a big guy.
Because you don't do social that much either. I think his partner does.
Yeah, I don't know who runs it there.
Yeah, but I don't think I never really see him on the social.
But he, like, same thing. He's like a Noel. He needs a lot more respect on his name.
Yeah.
Like, he looks phenomenal.
Yeah.
And he backs his shit up.
Yeah.
He's not like one of these guys that goes on social, looks phenomenal, just took a load of gear and kind of does 6 reps.
No.
Like, Steve's killing himself every set.
Yeah.
But he used to train and he would walk around with a bucket.
Is it?
Oh, he's brutal.
I don't see that.
Oh, he's literally just yakking his guts up there.
Yeah.
But then you would speak to him, he'd just literally, mid-speaking to you, yak his guts up in front of you.
Yeah, I love
like,
that.
he didn't give a shit because he's
Yeah,
training.
that's
But, like, yeah, that's a good job.
That's why it looks phenomenal. So I have to say Capital.
It's
Only
what you've
because
been
it's
to.
all I've ever known in terms of, like, gyms. That got me the love of gyms.
But because that's the only one you've ever been to?
Probably, yeah. I mean, but no, it's not even that. I mean, if we're talking, so when I got into sort of gyms, it was probably about 21, 22 is when I was going to gyms.
Yeah.
As in, like, I always had the Villa job. I was at football and then Villa job. But even when I was at Villa job, I was floating between the gyms because they were in the family. So there was the Capital, and I lived and breathed Capital.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking...
You can
like,
tell you love Capital.
18 years ago, something like that, maybe even a little bit longer, 18, something like that, 18 years ago. It was, the environment was so, like, different to what I've ever known.
Yeah.
Like, it's not what we have here,
Yeah.
but it has essence of that.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Same with the workout mill.
Yeah.
Back in the day, obviously, we had family work there, you know, it was just...
I'm still waiting for my check-in.
Yeah, how's that going? He's getting out of the shower.
Yeah.
You know. But even that, it had essence of that blueprint that we were talking about, that Will and Clint instilled into these gyms. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So it would have to be, the Capital of the workout mill. Has to be.
No, that's good though.
It was like, it was in me. I bled it. Like, I was there every day training with, like, really close people.
Yeah.
And you have that community.
Because they become your friends, don't they?
They become, like, your go-to people.
Literally.
100%.
They look at like just the immediate, like, they're going to come to your mind. They'll come to your mind, be saying, like, Jordan and Deck.
I'd do anything for him.
Literally, Izzy. Madness. I don't know. I actually don't know how I'm so close with Izzy.
But there you go. That's the beauty of it.
I genuinely, like, guy's been to my house.
Yeah.
Like, how I'm so close with that guy, how I love that guy so much, or Jordan, like, Deck, whatever.
Same.
Like, it's an absolute madness.
It is.
We are nothing alike.
Very different.
Bro, different. We've got 10 years gap between us.
Yeah.
But, like, different colour, different hairstyles, different heights.
Makes
We
no
always
difference.
say, oh my goodness, but we are all just weird.
Makes no difference, yeah.
And then we all just, like, vibe in a different way.
See, I've knew these guys
Niall,
for
say again.
so long. Say that again? I've knew these guys for so long.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
But we've never had I don't know what it is now. Like, I don't know if it's a time thing, like we're all in different stages of training, etc., etc. But we all, like, really got on well.
Yeah.
But no one took training that seriously back then anyway. And now we've got this clique, this circle.
Oh, man, it's funny.
It's literally the best circle clique I've ever been in my life.
I remember the first time you introduced it, because obviously it was you that introduced me to Izzy. First time, and I think you was there for one session, and the next session you didn't turn up, so it was just me. And then so it was me, him, and a few others. And then we were doing something, and he goes something along the lines of, he's like, yeah, but what, are you taking it? And I was like, oh, goes, I'm not. I goes, this is just what me and Ryan normally do. I goes, you're not just going to jump on. He goes, no. He goes, this is what me and Ryan do. You're jumping on. I even said to him, I go, bro, it's the first time I've seen you. Like, oh, sorry, second time I've seen you.
Yeah.
And then, you know how easy it is. Well, I'll say less. So I was like, all right, but what do you want me to do more, or do you want me to do less? I didn't get it. I'm not from them sides. But and then, well, obviously, once we got over that, the love is different.
Madness.
Honestly, but this is why, like, when you explain to people about the gym, that's the best way to explain it. Just put them into that WhatsApp group or Instagram group, whatever, for a minute, and just see how carefree we all are.
Yeah.
But we all kind of got each other's backs.
Oh my! Anything.
In a different way.
Anything.
There's
not one thing that any of them could say, like, Ryan, I need this, or Amar, I need this.
And it wouldn't happen.
No problem.
Oh, honestly, absolutely.
Doesn't matter if you're in the wrong. Yeah, we've got you.
100%.
100%.
It ain't one of these situations where, like, what was that stupid thing? Like, I can neither confirm or deny.
Yeah.
Like, yo, no, it's not. I deny.
What do you need? Yeah. What do you need?
Izzy was with me.
100.
It's like one of them ones. But, like, it is mad. Where do you want to go with the gym? This is actually an interesting. This is kind of turned into an interview for you now.
Hasn't it just?
Yeah.
Can't wait to spin it back on you. Where do I want to go with the gym?
Do you think we've capped out our Apollo?
No.
Not in terms of members, in terms of what we can do. Because this is where I look at it now, and I'm just like, all right, cool. Is it worthwhile buying more kit? Because one, where we're going to put it.
It's not necessarily
what do
buying
we
the
need?
more kit. I think there's scope for more members.
Yeah.
Not much more,
Yeah, because
Not much more.
our biggest problem is the car park.
as everyone knows.
I think that's probably the biggest reason, that if anyone's going to leave, that's why they leave.
100%.
Because the car park here is a nightmare.
But saying that, you have to remember every independent gym is exactly the same.
Oh, of course.
In terms of the ratios for members to car
Yeah,
park
yeah.
spaces, they're all going to struggle.
I don't think anyone ever leaves us for an independent gym.
No.
I don't think anyone actually ever leaves us. I think they might just come and take a break and come back.
Float, come back.
That's it, yeah.
And the thing is with the car park as well, like, people just want to train.
Yeah,
We've said this a lot, but people will just launch their car anywhere.
everywhere.
Doesn't matter if it's 3 in the middle, 4 in the middle, whatever. They just want to come in, let the staff know,
Yeah.
right, my car's this, just give us a
Simple.
shout. No one kicks off.
Yeah.
You put a little announcement
Everyone's
over Google
respectful,
Translate,
yeah.
everyone's cool. No problem, I'll be 1 second.
Yeah.
Not, you can wait until I finish.
There's no attitude here.
No attitude.
No attitude,
We
yeah.
cut that out.
Yeah.
Like, that was one of my things when I came over here. The atmosphere and the attitude was not great.
Yeah,
Like, we cut all that out. Like, you got to be respectful.
of course.
Do you know what you got to, like, we're going to do everything for you, but be respectful.
Yeah.
So we cut all that out. So there's none of that crap with the car parking stuff. But in terms of like where do I see us? I see scope for more members.
Yeah.
100%. How we do that? Is that more equipment? Is that something that me and you do?
I don't
Not
think
sure.
we need. I don't think we can get any more.
We've
equipment.
covered everything.
But what can we get?
This is what I mean. We've covered everything in terms of equipment.
That's why, like, when other gyms now get the same kit that we're getting, people think that they're copying us. It's not that they're copying us. Like,
Yeah.
I don't take it like that. I just think that they're just catching up.
They want the best.
Yeah, they're just catching up. Like, we
100%.
just set the example. Like, the Nautilus glute drive is the best glute drive. Bang, we're gonna get that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I don't think it's a matter of like a kit thing
No.
or anything along the lines of that. I think it's just a matter of now what do we do? Like, what's our next step? So obviously we've got the podcast. Like, you know, we do our own things. Like, you know, we're both active on social now, which
Yeah.
is a mad one.
Yeah.
Which obviously will go on. That can be our next kind of point we talk about.
Mm.
But as a gym, taking the gym forward, that's where I kind of look now and think, all right,
Do we expand?
expanding.
You know.
we can't change the vibe. Like, the vibe is the vibe. You know.
Oh
you
no,
can't-
no, no! You can't. You.
We can change it if we wanted to.
100%.
We can change it if we want.
But
The
that's
only
took
thing
years
that-
to create.
Oh, you can't change, bro. You can't replicate it.
No.
You can't. That's what would be the hardest thing to do in another gym.
Yeah.
Would be to create that vibe
Yeah.
again.
But remember what we always say:
You can't buy it.
you can't buy it, but people always invest in the people.
100%.
So if we're gonna take on another place or go
Yeah.
to another place because it's us,
Yeah. As in from a mischief point, yeah, the mischief will carry on forward.
you're never gonna be able to recreate 35 years of history,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden pop up another gym and
course.
go boom.
You can't. That's
takes
my
time.
thing with units.
Yeah.
I don't like units.
Yeah.
It's like other gyms opening up. Like every other gym now opening up is a unit or like some form of like a big like warehouse type thing. I just don't think that they got it.
Because there's no atmosphere.
It's too tinny.
Yeah.
It's like I know it's a little bit cramped in here sometimes, but
Yeah.
very spaced out. Like the atmosphere which you get.
Difficult. When there's big places like that, it's really difficult.
Oh yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Like, and I actually don't know. Like, I know it's my question, but I actually don't know what our next move would be yet.
No, not
I
yet.
know obviously we've got Only Subs,
Yeah.
the supplement site.
Yeah.
But how would we?
But I
improve
think
the
with
gym?
us, like the beauty of us is we keep grafting, we keep rolling our sleeves up and graft what we're doing.
I think we should change the colour. Let's get painted.
Fuck off, boogies.
Let's get painted. That's rude.
No, because you
meant
said
that.
last time, well, let's do what?
Orange and gold.
Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, geez, come on.
Not orange and gold, red and gold. Sorry.
Red and gold.
No, sorry, black and gold. Sorry, black and gold. Black and gold.
Just have a day off. But no, I think organically something will happen. Something will come
I
to
think
us.
we've got to change the red.
Are you on about painting again?
Yeah, I think we do got to change the
I was
red.
on about buying a new place or something. You're going up back on painting.
Yeah.
Geez,
Red's done now, isn't it? Everyone's done red.
my favourite colour.
I know it's my favourite colour as well. Gold would just be nice. But then,
Gold.
yeah, Kobe Bryant gold.
Again, it's the same conversation we had when I was changing from white to grey.
Yeah.
It's like,
Nah,
okay. Yeah,
I think red and black is cool. Red and black is cool. We'll wait for a couple of other people to paint their gyms black. Copy us on that one.
again,
Yeah, copy us.
everyone
on
did
one.
that, didn't they? That was strange.
Mm,
There was a few.
And a few, they didn't do it quick enough.
No.
They
Everyone sort of caught on with the posing rooms as well. That was
they
good.
all took their time. The posing rooms.
That was quick.
Do you know? This is actually a funny thing with this. We did a posing room.
Mm.
We thought we did a good job.
Yeah.
This is actually a big difference between us and them.
Uh-huh.
They thought they did a good job. I am firing a shot because they ain't as smart as what we are.
Shock.
And you know I'm gonna fire a shot.
Yeah, sure.
Shock, yeah.
Yeah.
If we make the mistake, at least we go and rectify the mistake.
Correct.
You got some people there that have done like posing rooms, and you're just like, what the hell? I think there's actually only one gym in Cobb that's done a posing room half decent.
I know the way you're on about, yeah.
Future.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the only people that have done it. And we can mention them if we're not slagging them off.
No, they can.
Yeah, but other gyms that have done it, you're literally like, why did you even bother?
Because everyone else did.
You've just done a room with mirrors for the sake of it.
Just say that they've got one.
You've just made it look pretty for the sake of it.
Yeah.
And that's where, like, even like when we were doing the podcast room, like everyone was kind of like, I think they're caught on now.
Mm.
They're gonna do it good. They don't fuck about.
100.
Like, even for example, like when we buy fireworks, we don't just go and buy like a selection box. We
It's
buy
Walt Disney.
we buy fireworks.
Yeah, I know.
You know, if we're gonna take people out, we'll take you out properly. If we're gonna go to an event, we will take over your event.
It's committing 100%, isn't it?
100%. And then that's what, like, when we're buying kit and stuff like that, even when we're buying the old, the classic Nautilus stuff,
Yeah.
you know, people will say, "Oh, but you're buying second-hand equipment." Yeah, because you can't buy that again. That's classic.
Wait, look at some of the Strive stuff you got.
You can't buy it.
We're getting it from like Boston, Chicago, New York.
Can't buy it.
You can't.
Literally,
It's not in your
can't-
average gym.
It's not. And like, so like, there's people now which is becoming a bit more readily available. And if you're quick enough or like sensible enough, you know, you can be on the pulse and get it.
Mm.
But that is one thing that we are good at.
Different.
And if we fuck up on something,
Yeah.
like for example, even when we did the red bits in here,
Yeah, yeah.
and everyone was like, "No, you can't have it red. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's gonna wash it out."
Cool.
To us, it means nothing.
Yeah.
Like, well, of course, it's gonna wash you out. Just go take your picture. But to them, it's important.
listen.
You have to listen to
You
people.
gotta listen.
That's
Especially
it.
if they're like you know the people, you know from they're
And if
from
they
good
know,
stock.
if
Yeah.
they know better than you,
We don't know everything.
what do you know about bodybuilding? I ain't got a clue.
Ask Clint.
See, honestly, I don't ask him stuff. Like that. I just have that general conversation. Like, if it was to be me, I would ask someone about bodybuilding. I'd ask Aaron, off the top of my head, Ivo.
What about the guy that got you into it?
Dunks.
Ed.
Ed, nah.
Did
He
you
has
speak to him
body.
about it?
Yeah, no, I don't speak to him on that level now.
Yeah.
If I was to see him,
Yeah.
to be fair, no, back in his day, he wouldn't even had a posing room. He would have just stepped on stage and flexed as
Of
hard as
course
he
we
could.
would, yeah.
And like Lewis and Connor,
Yeah.
someone like that. But then
Ah, of
everyone else
course.
you just show them.
Yeah.
But they're the people you know that have like been around the block, done
Yeah,
it. Like
George.
even Landon. to be
George
fair.
Landon.
George is fucking what a
Mason.
guy. George, what a guy, man. I love,
that guy.
George,
Love that guy. That thing that happened the other day
bro.
said everything about George.
I can't wait to get him on it.
100.
The only thing
But
is,
he's shy. He's like he was saying, "Oh, I'm shy behind the camera."
he is,
You're really shy.
and he looks like he won't
I
be
know.
shy. He
No,
looks
that's what
phenomenal.
he's saying.
He's one of the best looking guys in the gym.
He's a very humble boy.
No homo, yeah. He's fucking.
Humble guy.
What
But that
was
showed
that?
everything about that guy.
He's fucking.
No, that
deep.
thing that happened.
Yeah, he's wicked. I love that guy.
He's there like that.
Instant. Didn't give a fuck. Picking up like, yeah, he's dangerous.
Wicked guy.
Speaking on camera,
Yeah, great.
how's that?
Horrific.
How's
Well,
your
it used to be really
how's your
bad.
morning videos?
Yeah, they're bad.
No.
No one wants to see them anymore.
Bro, I'm getting messages of people saying, when's your next video? I'm just like, yo, this is weird.
Yeah.
This is weird for me.
See, but like we started terribly, didn't we? In terms of like we were so nervous at the very start. You know, look at our cage video. Look at our like daily blog things that we used to do in our cars, like angles down here and up here or whatever.
Haven't got a
They
clue.
were so. I was in pitch black most of the time because I'm
Same.
doing them like 4:30 in the morning.
Same.
So to look back at them and think, oh, they were bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to do something different, and that's what you did do.
Yeah.
You started doing your own, and it would start like you were in daylight for a start.
Yeah.
You know, and then you put music and stuff behind it, so it evolves.
I've always wanted to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, that helping, like that, not that Inky Johnson thing, because I want to do it like me, but like that motivation thing. That's what I always want to do.
Yeah.
And now that I started doing it,
Yeah.
it's weird, but like truthfully, all I do is I just say to the kids on the day, like, I've asked them today, what should Dada do his next video on?
Yeah.
And it's like they're either both in sync or they both come out of the same thing. They both said we want to talk about bravery. But I know where it's come from. It's come from the Arsenal game the other day.
Yeah.
But like going from never wanting to be on camera, even used to post me on social, I'm like, bro, like you're killing me, like why are you doing that?
Yeah.
To now, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But like when we did that first video, it was that was hard.
But you know how much I've wanted to delete that from my Instagram for so long, and I keep looking on your Instagram, and it's still on there. So
Which
I
one?
can't. The very first one, the initial first one.
The one that Jess recorded.
Yeah, in the cage.
That was the second one when we realised we were fat.
What was the second one? What was the first one?
The first one was when we was just talking about. I can't remember what we were talking about. We were talking about something.
Where were we?
Opposite the Apollo logo. Jess had a few questions.
Oh,
for
I
us.
do remember.
That was the
Oh,
first one. Then we seen that,
Yeah.
and we were both like,
That was sad.
"Wait,
That was bad.
we look bad here."
But I think the one in the cage was the first one we posted, right?
No,
I
they
don't think
both got. The first one was meet us, like meet the owners of Apollo. Then it was meet the team, and then the second one came on quick because we were like, "Oh shit, we look bad. We got to call ourselves out."
Yeah. Yeah.
But calling ourselves out actually didn't work out.
No, not
We'll
really.
be honest.
Oh,
so
didn't?
like because your arm's fully fucked,
Oh, good.
bicep torn. I may as well be fully fucked anyway because I'm broken on a good day.
Yeah.
And I can't stop eating because I love
The way I
chocolate.
see that though is
Sorry,
like,
sorry.
yeah, okay, we didn't like kind of like do the daily thing and things happened and stuff like that. But the fact that we put ourselves out there
I think it's changed us in a different way.
massively.
I think there, by putting us on social, yes, we never wanted to be the face of the gym on a public. We always wanted to be the members to be the faces.
Yeah,
right?
100.
But I think it's helped elevate us in a different way. So whereas now we know, me definitely more so from my point of view, I'm just like, oh, cool, do you know what? You represent something a bit different.
Yeah.
You're not in a selfish way. Like, before you train for yourself. But now when you come in and, you're floating about and you realise that, oh shit, people actually pay attention to you here.
Yeah.
Like, remember when we was doing the Stairmaster dating, you bring your Marek onto it, dragging him along, you
Yeah,
dragging other
yeah,
people.
yeah.
People
Massive,
actually
isn't
buy
it?
into you in
Of course it
such a way.
Yeah, of course it is.
So like, they look up to you in such a way.
Yeah.
You have to do something.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, doing the videos, I'm very, very conscious of the fact that I know Apollo members see it.
Yeah, wicked.
And then that's why, but I don't like putting them on the Apollo page. I
Right.
know you do it. I know like you always say do it, but I don't like putting because it's a different side of me.
Okay.
It's a different version of me. Like,
Yeah.
I know that's
No, I get that.
you know that side of me. These lot don't know that side.
I
of
get
me like
that.
But like when we're doing these videos now, I'm very conscious of that. But
But you're not used to that exposure.
I'm not.
Different.
But putting that message out there for people,
Massive.
that's kind of like the most humbling thing for me about doing them.
Yeah.
And that's why I'll keep doing them as well. I get so many messages of people here, like, fuck, yo, look, you've had like, you've had a bit of issues. Like,
Not just here.
yeah, I know, yeah. We thought you was like uber fucking confident,
Yeah.
and then oh shit,
But again,
then-
it's perception.
oh bad.
They
that's
think
where-
you know you, but they don't.
Yeah, they don't. They don't get that just because you might look like there, but you're actually down there.
Yeah.
You've had hardship or whatever, and vice versa with you.
But that's
like,
the beauty of it.
They don't. That's what I'm saying. That's why this is good because they don't know your story.
Yeah.
That's why, like, although it's supposed to be like backward and forward, it's actually nice how this has panned out because now everyone here now actually gets to know the man behind Apollo.
Likewise.
No, but I know you.
Yeah. But you have to be relatable.
But
you have to go through things to
that's
be
you.
relatable. Both.
No, you're way more relatable than I am. I would say,
That's what you think, but it's not true.
unless you speak to me.
There you
I
go
think
then.
now just in a general day to day, you with your face and
But
your
that's just a
smile and
perception.
your,
Nah,
your
it's a
potato
perception.
head and your Lego head and
Don't
so-
agree.
No, I'm
Oh,
joking.
Lego. Tintin. I think that's a perception.
Is it Tintiny? Oh shit!
That's a perception.
What's that?
You don't think you're relatable, or as relatable.
No,
but that's
I
different.
think that if
disagree.
people, I know I got that air of arrogance. I know that, but I try and keep that as well because if another gym owner thinks that they're gonna come at me, I'm
Play
just
your
like,
card.
yo,
I get that.
yeah, watch me
But in
smash
here-
you. Wait, let me finish this.
Go on.
Watch me smash the living daylights out of you in a minute,
Yeah.
and bye.
Yeah.
I'll buy your gym off you in a minute. No, I won't put that in there. No, I
No,
won't.
you definitely will.
no.
But what I mean is, in here,
Yeah.
you're so respectful, bro. Like,
Yeah,
and I learned that blueprint through not just my dad and
These are
how
all
to
your friends.
how
Everyone,
to act.
everyone
Yeah,
is your
but
friend.
not many gym owners walk around and shake everyone's hand.
Yeah, but everyone here, then it's literally they're all your
High
mates.
five everyone. Yeah, but
Right.
that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
different. That's relatable.
Yeah,
You're not putting yourself in a high regard.
yeah.
You're equal to everyone here. In here,
Here, yeah, 100.
everyone's together.
These are all your mates.
And I learned that from being respectful as like a kid growing up, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you should shake hands, you should look at people in
Yeah,
the eye.
massive.
And then Clint was the same.
Yeah.
Will
He
was the same. Oh, it's exactly the same.
Oh, okay.
Clint used to work the floor better than anyone.
Oh,
Like he used to like live on the floor.
good.
Literally walk around with a coffee, take the piss out of people,
Yeah,
etc.,
yeah.
etc. And Will was everyone's friend.
Yeah, good.
Like everyone loved Will.
Yeah, I've
So-
not seen him that too much. But
And I learned how to be in a gym from these people.
yeah, good.
You're the same.
Yeah, I've always just done that from my dad though.
But there you go.
It is from my dad. Like wherever my dad would go, wherever he take me, it's okay, cool. Shake that person's hand, that person's hand, that person's hand.
It's relatable.
So I'll just be there, literally shaking everyone's hand. That's why I don't know names. Because he
yes,
would
bro.
never introduce me.
Yes, my bro.
Bro, that's it. Yeah.
Yo, you good, bro?
The fact that people will say to me, "Yeah, but I'm not a bro. I'm a female." I'm just like, "Oh, cool, bro."
Yeah.
But then they get you're not taking the piss.
No.
But that's what, like, when my dad would take us to meetings or whatever event, like he would forget to introduce me,
Yeah.
and he'd just be like, "Okay, cool, like you're right,
Yeah.
you're right," and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
That's where like the.
But what I'm saying is like that's relatability. So our members don't see it as oh, there's the owner. I might get a conversation, but might not.
Guys,
What-
yeah, you
Fuck me, I'm.
These
there.
are honestly, the members here banter me more than anything. I'm getting
Take the
abuse.
piss, yeah,
I'm getting
badly.
abuse of my
Same.
calves at the moment.
At the moment,
Written, bro, so bad at the moment.
since you've been here, bro.
No, I've always had it bad about my calves, but past probably 2 weeks, I come in
Why?
the evenings because I'm constantly in shorts. I'm going to start wearing shorts.
No,
Yeah, I know, I like wearing shorts. I like
no,
getting
wear
air to my
shorts.
legs.
You look weird in tracksuit bottoms. I've only ever seen you thinking like underskirt legging things.
And just
Don't-
got leggings.
As in like what they
That
call
sounds wild, dodgy.
a little bit free. What are they called?
Pineapples. I don't wear
No.
fucking skirts.
Under Armour leggings.
Gym leggings.
Yeah,
Yeah, specify that.
not a skirt.
Yeah,
I'll take
fucking
the skirt
like
back.
I'm in
Okay.
tights, like Robin Hood men
Well,
in
it is
tights.
kind of tight. But yeah, and then they hide your calves. But if you wear
Do
tracksuit
they
bottoms,
look bigger if I'm in leggings?
don't know.
That's fucked up.
I don't know. Why in 2 weeks though? I don't understand. It's always been a problem.
I don't know.
Remember when you had
Oh,
really
been a
skinny
problem.
wrists?
I haven't had skinny wrists. My wrists?
I'll insta it.
What's wrong with my wrists?
Remember you on the Smith machine? I took that picture quite a long time ago. I think you were in like a yellow top.
No.
Okay, one second.
No, relax.
It's okay.
No. I ain't got skinny wrists.
They were terrible.
Bro, my arms are massive. 19-inch biceps.
But yeah, but that's a bicep, isn't it?
It's rude.
Hang on.
If I've got if I've got skinny wrists, you're 5'4" in height.
8. 5'8".
5'4".
Can't be 5'4". Well, gotta be 8.
No, what's the
Oh, that's a good one.
4'11". What the? Oh, you put that on camera, bro? You good? That's no pineapple. It's a no pineapple zone. Hey, how have you put that on camera?
It's okay.
Where's that from? That's Smudger.
That was smooth, yeah.
Wow.
Safe space.
And you put that on camera,
Yeah, it's okay.
bro. Thankfully, no one's gonna see this far into it because we're like an hour. Yeah.
Over an hour.
Yeah,
I
but
think.
we're definitely not doing that.
It's okay.
If anybody sees that, mention in the comments that Ryan's not it.
I won't go into more.
Call it.
Yeah, we're
That's
good.
cool. Okay, thank you everybody for listening. This has been the interview with Ryan Willits at Apollo. No, I'm joking.
And ammo in there.
I'm not joking. I'll see you later, man.
Let's go. Oh, fucking hell.